Turning Points chapter, an effort by the state's superintendent to, quote, fight back against liberal propaganda. And
do you sometimes just want to scream, "I told y'all so"?
Sonny, nothing comes to mind.
Kamala Harris may be settling scores, but does she admit why liberals lost the game? Live at the table, Congressman James Clyburn, Brad Todd, Xochitl Hinojosa, and Hogan Gidley. Americans with different perspectives aren't talking to each other, but here they do. Good evening, I'm Abby Phillip in Washington. Let's get right to what America's talking about. The return of Jimmy Kimmel. 7 days ago, it'd be hard to believe that a Tuesday night episode of his show would be the talk of the town, but here we are. He's back on the air later tonight after ABC suspended him over what the network calls ill-timed Charlie Kirk remarks. But of course, it came after the Trump administration's threat to punish him or else. Critics blasted ABC for giving in, calling it McCarthyism. But as he returns to the air tonight, nearly a quarter of ABC stations won't see anything at all. The two local TV giants, Nexstar and Sinclair, are both preempting the show with a boycott. Now, combined, they own 70 stations across America, including cities like New Orleans, Seattle, St. Louis, Nashville, and right here in Washington, D.C. But Kimmel is getting support from a Trump supporter, Joe Rogan.
First of all, I definitely don't think that the government should be involved ever in dictating what a comedian can or cannot say in a monologue. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Now, if the problem is the companies, if they're being pressured by the government, so if that's real, and if people on the right are like, yeah, go get them, oh my God, you're crazy. You're crazy for supporting this because this will be used on you.
And that's an argument that we've heard not just from Joe Rogan, but a number of Republicans, including Ted Cruz, Brad. I mean, do you think that right now where we are is as it should be? He was suspended for a time. Disney brought him back. He's going to address this tonight one way or another. And it just gets settled as any sort of, maybe employment issue gets settled without the hand of the government involved.
Well, I'm not for the hand of government dictating speech or people losing their job over speech, but we've been here for a while. During the Biden administration, they pressured tech platforms to squelch news stories that were critical of their COVID response. They buried the Hunter Biden laptop story. New York Post lost their privileges on social media because of it. So we've been in this spot for a while. As for Jimmy Kimmel, the best thing he could do tonight is to come out and announce he's hired a few conservative joke writers so that his joke room won't be ideologically monolithic.
Why?
So
I mean, why does it matter what
because he has
jokes?
Because,
I mean, why does it have to be like equal opportunity for jokes? I mean, why can't he just tell whatever jokes he wants to tell?
Well, he can say whatever he wants, but the stations that carry him operate with a public interest obligation. They only get to hold those frequencies if they're working in the public interest. Their news programs on those stations have to give equal time to both sides.
But there's nothing to say that Jimmy Kimmel, even under this very vague public interest standard, has to give time to viewpoints that he doesn't want to give time to viewpoints. I mean, he is a comedian. He surely isn't. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants.
And when he ran the Man Show, there certainly were a lot of objectionable things he did on that show that a lot of other people wouldn't have liked. I thought maybe he was going to have to go back and do the Man Show if ABC kicked him off. But I think the best thing he could do if he wants to bring the entire audience, make his audience bigger, not smaller, is to maybe be a little contrite tonight.
What do you say, Congressman Clyburn, the argument, and Brad's bringing up something I've heard from a lot of conservatives today, partly because there was a letter from Google, parent company Alphabet, that said that the Biden administration conducted repeated and sustained outreach and pressed the company to remove information around COVID that they thought was disinformation. So they're alleging that in a new letter, even though they didn't do it at the time. What do you make of the argument that those two things are the same?
Well, I don't think they're the same, simply because Biden, if any of this took place, these weren't jokes. This wasn't a TV show. This was a pandemic. And we didn't need to have misinformation going out about this pandemic. There was enough coming from the president at the time. Put Clorox in your veins? That's the kind of foolishness the Biden administration was trying to let's just say, oppose. And so what they were asking is, let's not put out information that you know is not true. We have the same problem going now. What's going to happen with Tylenol now? No science anywhere supports what the president said today about Tylenol. All of the science is to the contrary. So I don't think you ought to be trying to equate what happens to be an illness sweeping the world with somebody telling the joke on television.
And I think the other layer to it is that, I read what Google put out, but nowhere do they allege that the Biden administration threatened them.
First of all,
they don't allege that at all.
First of all, the collective anger over someone losing their job from the left was way more than someone who lost